Hi my friends, I'm in Madania today, this Friday afternoon, and I'm seizing the opportunity to drive to Ouled Fayet, which is a town some 19 kilometers away from the city center of Algiers, okay? So, this is the central part, or the central square, or roundabout of Madania, or Salembier, in the higher parts of Algiers. It's at least 300 meters high, above sea level, okay? And we are driving to Ould Fayet, which is a village, or used to be a village, and now it's a small town, not very far from Algiers. Just 19 kilometers southwest of Algiers, on the Ben Aknoun highway, or in fact on the southern, we call it the Southern Highway, or the Southern Bypass Road, La Rocade Sud, okay? As you can see here, there is a small replica of the Martyrs Memorial on my left. It's a superb replica, in fact. It's very beautiful. It's decorating a square here and the garden, park. The replica is, set up here because, in fact, the Martyrs Memorial is located here in this very neighborhood, okay? It's just some 200 meters away from here. So what you see in front of us over there on the top of that hill is the neighborhood of Les Sources. And now we're approaching the road, the main road. We're leaving the neighborhood of Madania through this shortcut in order to approach, or in order to get to a road, the main road, Le Ravin. Okay? The main road of this area, Le Ravin. And that road, there it is, down there, is the road that will eventually lead us to Belkasmi and on to the motorway, the Southern Bypass Road. Okay, one needs to be careful around here because it's a wide road. It is a wide road, heavily traveled, lots of traffic here. Gonna try to fix or arrange that camera, like this. Now I'm going to continue driving. There is a gas station here, one of the gas stations of Le Ravin. And this place here is in fact a riverbed of a river that used to come all the way down from Val d'Hydra, or the Hydra area. And this place still experiences flooding, okay? The building on the left is the Algerian Ministry of Communication. This place now has become a business district, a business area with many banks, insurance companies, and other companies, other service companies. In the past, it used to be an industrial area with many factories and storehouses, but now it has become a business district. And the building, the white building on my right, over there, it will be a garage, okay? And they built it in order to solve the problem of parking here, of the lack of parking spots, because this area has a chronic problem of lacking parking spots, parking spaces. There are lots of offices, lots of company headquarters, but not enough space to park. That's what explains why lots of workers who work around here park their cars on sidewalks. This is the second gas station on the right, and in fact we have arrived in Bir Moradrais, one of the most important or the most notable neighborhoods in the upper parts of Algiers. Okay, there are people crossing the road, so we've got to wait for them. They are crossing the road on the zebra crossing, therefore we've got to stop so that they cross the road. And Bir Moradrais has this huge intersection, or in fact crossroads, okay? And now we have taken the left in order to join the Ben Aknoun highway, what we commonly refer to as the Ben Aknoun highway. It's getting hot these days. We are in April, and the holy month of Ramadan is approaching, and well, we're still in Bir Moradrais, and on my right there is a road known as Sidi Yahya, and it it leads to Hydra and Paradou, to the neighborhoods of Hydra and Paradou. Okay, someday I'll film a video driving through that street, Sidi Yahya road. And by the way, that street has you can go on foot there from this area, and so close by. And Sidi Yahya is known for its shopping malls and its stores. It has lots of stores. And restaurants and all these places that people like to visit on weekends. So there we go. Ben Aknoun on the right. Okay. This is the entrance to the Southern Highway, or the Southern Bypass Road. From the neighborhood of Bir Moradrais. So the neighborhood, or the suburb we are driving to, Ould Fayet, used to be a village, but before that used to be a farm, before the coming of the French. It's not very far from Dely Brahim, which is one of the neighborhoods of the higher parts of Algiers, which now hosts one of Algiers' main university campuses. And now we are driving past the Said Hamdin area, or Said Hamdin apartment complex. This is the bus station of Said Hamdin on my right. There is another bus station on my left too. So there is a bus station on both carriageways in this area, on both sides of the road. And it's only on weekends, like today, a Friday afternoon, that you can find, that you can afford driving this place, through this section of the highway, like this, at such a speed, at 80 kilometers per hour, at this time of day. It's 4 o'clock. On a normal work day, 4 o'clock means traffic here. Means the road is almost paralyzed because it's rush hour. The entrance, or in fact, the exit on the right over there will lead you to Hydra and on to the city center, to central Algiers. So if you want to drive downtown from here, that's the exit you should take. Algiers Centre in French. City center. Central Algiers, which is in fact a municipality on its own. It's a neighborhood and a municipality on its own. If you want to go to Ben Aknoun, the first entrance is on the right. So you've got to go to the right left, to the right lane. As you can see, that sign over there, Val d'Hydra Algiers, which is as well one of the entrances, one of the first. In fact, the first entrance here leads to Val d'Hydra. Then there is another entrance on the right over there, which will lead you to Ben Aknoun. So Algiers has a very developed road network. They have continued developing it in the last decade. However, because Algiers is such a large city and it's often very badly managed, okay, urban planning here in Algeria is, you know, not very, very good. See, this sophisticated network of roads experiences chronic traffic practically all week long. And so this is the entrance on my right, the entrance to Ben Aknoun, to the center of Ben Aknoun. So if you are going to the Ben Aknoun Hospital or to the Faculty of Medicine, then you should take the exit we have just passed. What lies right in front of us is the Sahrawi apartment complex. Such a huge complex, spectacular in fact. It probably hosts hundreds of apartments and offices as well. And well, on normal weekdays, this is usually the area or section of the road, the part of the road where traffic eases down. Then you could drive at a high speed from this very area to to the outskirts of Algiers until you leave the province of Algiers to the next city, Tipaza. So in order to go to Ould Fayet, we need to take the right turn here, this exit, and it's also the same exit that leads to the neighborhood of Dely Brahim. And Dely Brahim is on our right, by the way. One of Algiers' largest neighborhoods in the upper parts of the city. But I'm taking the left instead, because Ould Fayet is on the left. There we are, Dely Brahim on the right, together with Shiraga, if you are driving to Shiraga, and Ouled Fayet on the left, although the sign doesn't mention it, but we're taking the left. I wish they put a sign there to show people that, you know, Ouled Fayet, which is a very important suburb here in Algiers, is also on the left. And now we're taking the right, following the signs. All right, over there, Ouled Fayet, on the top of that post. And there we go. This is the road that leads straight to Ouled Fayet. So, Ouled Fayet was founded as a village in 1842, in the first years of colonial times. What you see on the right is part of the Dounia Park, something that Ouled Fayet is known for. It's a big park where people come to, you know, have some fresh air and even ride horses. And well, on my left there is a meadow, a vast meadow, and it's all green these days because we are in spring. Okay, it's April 9 and 2021, of course. And well, they once moved a public dump here. See, the area became, I mean, this area, what used to be a very clean area, became so smelly and dirty. Okay, and this is the entrance to the park, by the way. Okay, the Dounia Park with its logo, that small gazelle, character, and it's a good park. Although you know, I haven't visited it in a very long time. It's in fact, it's like a garden. Okay, green space, and you know, and going to turn this phone off because it's kind of annoying a little bit. So yeah, and now we are approaching the town. We're approaching the town of Ouled Fayet, or the entrance to the town. And Ouled Fayet is not very far from the place or an area where I read that, you know, a very big battle took place in 1830 on June 24th, 1830, between the French troops that invaded Algeria, the first French troops that invaded Algeria in 1830, and Algerian troops that tried to defend Algiers. So the area where the battle took place is not very far from here, and one can understand why the battle took place here, because, you know, the area in fact is very clear. Okay, there are lots of you know, open spaces here. It's very open, so it was you know, an appropriate place to fight a battle. Unfortunately, Algerians were defeated in that battle, and French troops continued their march to invade Algiers. And then, you know, a long history, a painful history of colonization started. And that lasted between 1830 and 1962, when Algeria got its independence. So we have just entered the city, or sorry, the town or the suburb of Ouled Fayet. As you can see, there are some fruit stalls here on the right at the entrance, selling fruit, mainly fruits. Some of them sell vegetables as well, like this one. And now the road to the left leads to Dounia, okay, another suburb. Well, you know, if we continue straight on, we will, you know, reach the city. I mean, the town center, or the central part of this neighborhood or this suburb. And what you can see on my left is a pharmaceutical company. It's a factory that manufactures medicine, a medicine company. And now let's drive on. This area is so beautiful here, because on my right, you know, if you look to the right, you can see the neighborhood. Unfortunately, I can't film it for you. You can see the neighborhood of Shiraga, which is in fact facing us directly here, okay, on my right, of course. And there is a wonderful meadow there, all green, that reminds you of the wonderful Algerian countryside in this time of year. Streets are practically empty on Fridays. Okay. And now we have just entered the you know, the center or the heart of this suburb, and it's older part, in fact. And I like these streets lined with trees. They're so nice to drive through. And this is the heart of this neighborhood, although I think that it's not its most active part. And there is a beautiful mosque on our right here. It seems, you know, it's still under construction, but it seems that, you know, it seems to have been renovated. In fact, maybe there was an older mosque that was completely demolished and, you know, rebuilt to be, you know, bigger and, you know, more modern and more beautiful. Unfortunately, I can't film it for you right now, but I'm going to circle a block here in order to film it for you. So just look at these trees here. They are such a, you know, beautiful sight. I love driving and even walking, you know, through you know, streets like these. So we're going to circle this one of the central blocks of Ouled Fayet, you know, just to film that mosque. Here is another street bordered with trees, with old trees, probably you know, decades old, several decades old streets, trees. Okay, we're taking the left, and here is the mosque. Meet the new mosque of Ouled Fayet, Khalid ibn al-Walid. So the Khalid ibn Walid mosque, according to the inscription that I read above its door, almost on the top of the mosque, near the roof of the mosque. Anyways, so now we're leaving this part of Ouled Fayet in order to, you know, drive towards the exit of the neighborhood or the suburb or the town. And well, this area here is known for a mini-mart called the Frère Belkasmi, the Frère Belkasmi Minimart, or you know, Superette Frère Belkasmi, and it's also known for its ADL apartment complex, ADL. This is how they call it here in Algeria, ADL apartment complex. So there are ADL apartment complexes pretty much everywhere in Algeria. And this apartment complex, the one you see on over there, those yellow buildings on the right over there, yellow apartment buildings, are in fact some of the first ADL apartment complexes to be, or apartment buildings to be completed here in Algeria. So the ADL is in fact so what you see on my left is the Belkasmi Superette, or do you call that Minimart? All right. So as I told you, the ADL program is in fact a public housing program that was launched. As you can see, all these buildings here, they are beautiful. They are still beautiful, and they were completed in 2004. And it's one of the housing programs launched by the Algerian authorities in order to solve the the housing crisis. And well, they were these ones were completed in 2004. And well, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed my video. That was our visit, or our trip from Madania to Ouled Fayet. You can read the abbreviation, or ADL, over there. So if you like this video, click on the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel in order to watch or receive more. In order to watch more videos just like this one. Visit Algiers, drive safely, and take care of yourselves. Goodbye.